So, good Sunday afternoon. This is probably any kind of rambling, babbling, a lot of words. First, light my ring. I actually got it out of a bath bomb, and I just inadvertently found this company on Amazon. And it's called The Bomb Bath. So if you like to take tub baths, which not many people do, but obviously plenty enough people love to take tub baths, you should purchase from this company. This company was started when these two women, now women, were teenage girls, and now they've gone global. And I am totally for women power, women opening businesses. These things are made in the United States. They're packaged so intelligently. When I received my order, that order directly from them, they were packaged so intelligently that nothing was broken. And when I had ordered the package initially, my phone autofilled with the previous address where we lived, and I was able to send them a message and then immediately correct it to come to the current address. So we didn't have to fight with the previous house to get the stuff that accidentally gets shipped there. So again, Da Bomb Bath, and every single little thing, every single bath bomb has a little thing, whether it's jewelry or a little pencil topper or whatever. It's just so wonderful, and I love it. So let me move on to my subject for the day. First of all, I was telling somebody down at Forelli's, who I'm going to mention later, that I have been feeling really super depressed lately. If that's the word I can use, I'll just use depressed because that's an easy word to use. To the point where I was wearing the same pair of boots or the same pair of sneakers every single day. Same clothes every single day. I was just feeling really, really, really down. Because I have, contrary to what J.D. Vance says, that the childless cat ladies don't care about anybody else but themselves and have no stake in the future. That's not true. I have an extreme amount of empathy for people other than myself. Just because I didn't have any children doesn't mean I don't have empathy for people other than myself. And with the whole Project 2025 thing, and it seemed like Biden was floundering, I was just terrified. Not just for me and James, but for everybody. But this new wave of hope that Harris has put out there, and the amount of scrounging and reaching and scaredness of the Trump administration finally gave me hope that I hadn't had in a bit, because a lot of stuff has happened in the last year. I've been through that before. That I finally decided today to wear this shirt, which I haven't worn in a couple of years, and to wear a pair of Skechers, low top Skechers that I haven't worn in a couple of years. Because it was just it doesn't matter. Do task A, B, C, D, and then go do something that seems fun. Then work on your book, because that's your therapy. And now I'm finally feeling hope. Anyway, let's move on. Like my little bunny. Rabbit, like a rabbit in Thrice. And I put a post up earlier today. Why did I pick a rabbit as the print on Sebastian's blanket that he ends up possessing for himself as a security blanket? Why a rabbit? Because I think cats are the cutest animals. So why not a cat? It's because my thing about being kind of slightly obsessive about things, and I don't mean obsessive like I'll stalk somebody, but I'll get on a topic that I cannot get rid of until I find something else to replace it. So this album that you hear in the background is called Queer. It's from the Thompson Twins, and we're trying to downgrade how much money we spend. So I'm probably going to end up not listening or paying for Amazon Prime Music anymore. So I'm trying to buy all the albums that I can that I listen to over and again on Prime. Because primarily what I'm listening to now is YouTube. That's free for me to listen to. So this album, Queer from Thompson Twins, I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. Or if I could find it, it was like $67. Like, I'm not spending $67 for either an album or a CD. Don't care. That's too much money. James found it, and he put it in my car on Friday as a surprise, because I have a really great husband. Anyway, I'm looking at the time thing. Okay, 6 minutes. That's not terrible. So over Labor Day weekend, I'm going to publish Thrice. And it's about 140 pages. And I think I met all the goals I wanted to meet in it. I spend a lot of time online when I'm online, like in social media online, because I'm online all the time awake, listening to music, whatever, Grammarly, whatever. I spend a lot of time in social media and women's spaces. And I remember there was this topic one time about this woman was told by either another woman or a man, I don't remember, and it's not really relevant, that if she continued to read her fantasy erotica, so it's like a fantasy world erotica, that no man would ever be good enough for her, because no man could achieve what the men in that book, or the whatevers in that book, because it's fantasy, male presenting whatevers in those books. There's no human man that could come up to that standard. And then I was like, that gave me an idea. Let me make 2 men characters in Thrice that no man can potentially live up to them. And I ran with that. And I don't think that no man can live up to them, because I know plenty of decent men. But the ones out there that are angry at everybody but themselves, they can't have a relationship, and it's all on them, they want to blame everybody else instead of trying to self-improve. I hope this book pisses them the hell off. And these people are not even young in my book. Like I'm going to say in like a promotional thing, if you want to read about autumn chickens and romance instead of spring chickens and romance, this book is for you. But they're still going to piss these guys off. And that makes me so happy. So goal number 1 that I achieved was making men who are very decent, compassionate, empathetic, kind people exist. That actually really love their women. They don't pretend to love the women when they actually hate women, except for the women's, getting off his carrot and the services that they can do. They actually really love them. Like James loves me. He doesn't love me as a maid and an appliance. He loves me. Second goal I wanted to accomplish was to show as women are the protectors of society. And I'm going to do a different video that's going to be a lot shorter than this one for my argument as to why women are the protectors of society, not men. That's for another time, but I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long. The third goal that I accomplished was to talk about my frustration about bystander apathy. So in the original book of Thrice, it was a completely different plot, and I've touched on that before. But I mentioned the original plot in like some dialogue in the current version that I'm going to publish. So that's not completely thrown to waste, and it's not like it's thrown to waste anyway, because I can use the original version in some form or fashion later. But the third goal that I had, now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, so the reason I even started writing Thrice in the first place was that I had writer's block on the Primogenial, which, by the way, before I start sharing that link again, I've really got to edit it through Grammarly. It was poorly edited. It wasn't terribly edited, but I could have done a much better job than I did. I was just in too much of a hurry to publish it. That was the problem. Because it was my angry book. So like Morlock was my therapy book. The Primogenial was my angry book. Thrice is the most beautiful thing I've written. And I don't think I'm going to be able to top the beauty. So I accomplished the goal of losing my train of thought again because I had one too many drinks. Well, I'm accomplishing a goal of revisiting things. And also I love the fact that I have local locations. So this house that we're in my book, this is where Harlow and Lynn and Trevor lived, this is a really big house for a couple, and I love it. Every single day I'm in this house, I love it. It costs a little bit more money, whatever. The previous house we were in was really, really fucking shitty. So in Thrice, Harlow transferred from this house when it was 3 people to the previous house because it's just her at that point, except it's a lot less shitty of a house. But the reason that I like to keep local things in my mind is that I can visually picture them and I can describe them. Because I kind of had trouble with like Scotland, and I ended up like kind of copping out a little bit on that, not describing it at all. And the character Graham is my favorite male character to date. Then I'm going to write a book about him, a short story. It's going to be like 10,000 words, it'll be really short. It's going to be called The Boy with the Notebooks. Because I just can't let Graham go. I wish Graham, if any of my characters, was real. I wish he ever existed in real life. Like, he would bring a light to this world that it needs. Anyway, so pretty much accomplished all my goals. What made me shift to the current version of Thrice was seeing this meme where everybody, like 12, 13, 14, 15 people, were standing around filming a guy drowning, and not one person was trying to help the drowning guy. And that's pretty much what it is these days. I had gotten really like in a dark headspace just watching Reddit public freakout, which I'm going to mention in the book, that I had to divorce myself from Reddit for a few months because I was like, I will go nuts. I will go insane. Can't deal with it. Because real life is more brutal than any fiction movie or book. And fiction movies and books don't come out of a vacuum. They don't come out of magic. They come out of real life. Anyway, if anybody's gotten through to this point of almost 15 minutes of rambling, I want to say thank you to Extra Pickles, Alex Extra Pickles, for being our friend, even though we're old people, and want to wish him luck for his future in Seattle. And like Sebastian says to Harlow, I'm going to Scotland, not Saturn. He's going to Seattle, not Saturn. So I'm sure he's going to see a lot of us. And then we're going to have a Halloween party that I'm looking totally forward to. I think I might just record the Halloween party and let that be my YouTube video in October. Everybody have a good day.